You're known as one of the more emotional, passionate guys on this team. Can you sort of put into words what the emotional roller coaster of this season has been like, the ups and downs?
There's been a lot of ups and downs, but I felt like we've responded when we came out and we won some games, but it's definitely been some up and downs. And the good thing is we've been positive and we're still fighting, and our goal is still to go to a bowl game, and we're taking it one game at a time. So.
As one of the senior leaders on this team, what kinds of things do you talk about with your teammates, either on the plane or on the practice field? Do you feel like you have to create a sense of urgency or increase a sense of urgency as you're coming down the home stretch?
Yes, sir. I think that we got to come out and practice every day and make sure that the attitude's right. People got to be excited to be out here, and we got to get that energy going, because we're not a team that can just show up and win, and that's been apparent this year. So,
coaches and players always talk about one game at a time. How do you balance the idea of focusing completely on Southern Miss versus you may have 3 games left in your season and the whole big picture? How do you balance those two?
The way I'm looking at it right now, I think most of the team is we're just focused on Southern Miss. We want to get this game. We're not looking past them, because if we want to accomplish our goal in our bowl game, we got to beat these guys first. And it's going to be the same thing next week to Rice. We're just going to focus on them, and it'll be the same next week with Tulsa. We're just going to focus on them and not look past anyone.
Have you allowed yourself to start thinking about that, though, that this is the home stretch of your senior year, that you may have 3 games, 4 games left?
Yeah, it's in the back of your mind. You look at you got like 2 or 3 weeks left, and you want to make every one of these days count. And I'd say I have more of an appreciation when I come out here every day, and I'm excited to be out here. So I think that's going to be a positive thing for us, and I think we can turn it around. So.
What do you make of Southern Miss? Here's a team that's hung with some pretty good teams. They got you last year in Hattiesburg, but they're 0-9. What do you see when you look at them on film?
When you hear 0-9, you watch them play on film, you wouldn't even think that way. You look and play offense, they're really physical, up front, and they run the ball well, and they play special teams well. They had a couple big returns last week. They cover well on kickoff, punts, and it's kind of weird to see that they're 0-9, because they're a pretty good football team, and I think they're the best 0-9 team in the country.
They're obviously a very different team. They lost their starting quarterback, they lost several skill position guys, a lot on defense, and their coaching staff. How different is their offensive approach scheme-wise from what you saw a year ago?
It looks like they're running the ball a little bit more. Obviously, they've had some problem, with the quarterback situation, but they still run the ball well, and they still have a lot of great athletes. So if they get the ball in the receiver's hands, any athlete they got on their team, they could hurt you. And I've seen that on film, and we got to come out and play these guys, and they're going to be fired up to play us. I know that. So they got some confidence from last year, and so I think it's going to be a dogfight.
Anything different in their blocking schemes, either than what you've seen earlier this year or what they threw at you last year?
They're pretty similar to last year. They're more physical. They try to just position you and stuff, and you got to do a good job staying flat, staying in your gap, and redirecting when they try to hook you.
So when Coach Jones talks about how dangerous this team is, he's not just exaggerating for the media and the fans?
No, they're actually a pretty good football team, and that's true. I could say that 100%. They still got a lot of athletes. They got a lot of kids from last year, and they just had a few problems. So
when you look at them on film, what concerns you the most? What do you see as their most dangerous weapon or threat on offense?
From a defensive standpoint, I think we got to stop the run, and that's what they're going to want to do against us. We got gashed last week, so we got to come out and we got to stop the run this week. And I think if we stop the run, it's going to get them out of some things that they don't want to have to do. They don't want to throw the ball, and that's the biggest thing. We got to stop the run. If I think we do that, we'll be fine.
How hard is it for you on a week-to-week basis? You play nose tackle, you play defensive end, you're all over special teams. Do you spend more time watching film than anybody on the team now?
Yeah, I watched a lot of special teams film. I watched a lot of defensive film too, but just seeing everything on special teams is tough, because I got to watch kickoff return, punt return, kickoff, even the field goal block. I got to watch all that. So I spend a considerable amount of time watching special teams, and that's a place where I could make my mark, I feel like, the most, and maybe turn something around for us, whether it's a block kick or a big tackle on special teams or something like that.
Sporting a cleaner look now. When did you chop off the hair, and what inspired it?
Cut it yesterday, and I just sat it for about a little bit longer than a year and a half. So I just thought it was a good run, so I figured I'd clean it up. So, and I came in this way, so I figured I'd finish this way.
So this wasn't from mom or coach or anything like that?
No, I just kind of did it. It's kind of a spur of the moment thing. So this is why everyone calls me Spike. So because I look like the kid from Little Giants. So. I figured I'd end it this way too. This way.